Sometimes you gotta close the door to open a window.
Do you think there will be a prequel series for JJK in the future? And if so, whose life are you most invested in following? I mean, recently there was that secret project announcement that Gege announced that was going to be happening next week. Apparently, everyone is still speculating on what that could be, but I'm cautiously optimistic because obviously the last secret announcement that we had from any sort of manga type beat was My Hero Academia worldwide popularity poll, which, if I'm honest, was just a big kick in the teeth to the My Hero Academia fans there, I can't lie. However, if there was a prequel series and whose life would I like to be following, I think, honestly, I would like to follow the trio of Kenjaku, Tengen, and Sukuna. I think those guys would be the most and obvious interest and answers. With those three following here, how would you would get to know so much about the series, how Kenjaku strayed onto the path that he did, how Sukuna came to be the person that he did, how Tengen came to be the person that he did. And I think realistically, there's a theory that's gone around so many times now, and even I've covered it, about Jujutsu Kaisen being a cycle, but I wonder if those original three are somewhat like Megumi, Nobara, and Yuji, where now Yuji is going the route of Sukuna, and then you've got Megumi, who's like this, I don't know, it's ambiguous what's going on. And then you've got Nobara. I don't know. It's definitely an interesting... I'm gonna sneeze. I'm gonna fucking sneeze. Yeah, no, I think it's definitely an interesting question. I think when the series ends, whatever the secret project may be, I'm cautiously optimistic. I'm keeping my expectations low because it could be a popularity poll, and in which case, I'm going off the top floor. I'm kidding. I'm not doing that. That's bad. Don't do that. That's not what I'm going to be doing. Anyway, yeah. If it is a prequel series, I think that would be the best case scenario for JJK, because right now with the announcement of the final 5 chapters, there's a lot of doom and gloom going on around the timeline, around YouTube, around my comment section about how Gege's fumbled the story and it's trash and blah blah blah. But last week when he wrote these chapters, it was the most peak thing ever, but now, because there's only 5 left, he's fumbled the story. I just can't get behind the mentality. I think, me personally, I think the statement that Gege left us with is that he's writing an ending that he's satisfied with, and he hopes that we feel the same. And I think, honestly, that's the best thing that you can hope for with a mangaka, and with any storyteller, with any author across any general medium at all. I think those are the things that you want, is that the author themselves is satisfied. If an author leaves a story and they're like, I could have done better, you know what I mean? I mean, there's always probably going to be that feeling. I don't know Gege, I don't know his mental state, I don't know his physical health, but there's probably always going to be that slight feeling as an artist, as a creator, as someone who does this kind of, not the same as mangaka, but you get the thing that I'm saying here. I also create stuff, and there's always stuff where I pour my heart and soul into it, and then a couple of weeks, couple of years, couple of months down the line, I look at it and go, fuck, man, I could have done so much better. Undoubtedly, Gege will probably feel that same way, but I feel like a sequel series for JJK probably wouldn't be the move for him if the secret project is a continuation of the series. I would much prefer it being a prequel, because a lot of the questions, concerns, and feelings that a lot of people have right now with the series ending so soon, it could all easily be answered with a Heian era flashback, which leads me into my next question. When will we have the Heian era flashback before the manga ends? If I'm honest, in this current run, I don't see us getting a Heian era flashback within the next 5 chapters. I personally just don't think that is what is in the cards. I think what Gege is doing here is he's ending it on his terms, and I think ultimately he's going to end it in a way that makes sense to the current plot and the current narrative. Is there things that definitely could have been explored more? Absolutely. But that's the case with every single series that is popular, worldwide, and mainstream. Like, seriously, Hunter x Hunter, One Piece, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, Warhammer 40k, the Percy Jackson series, Star Wars. There is so many series, Game of Thrones. There are so many out there that have been worldwide success, popular series that fans have just craved more, and that's how you know an author is good at telling a story, because regardless of whether you, right now watching this video, like the current standpoint of JJK, it cannot be denied that Gege is a bad storyteller. It can't be, because the dude, he knows what he's doing. He keeps us coming back every single week like fucking crack addicts, ready for our next dose of pain, terror, and just straight up traumatic psychic brain damage. And I genuinely believe that when the series is over, there might be more. There might be one-shots, there might be light novels that get released, and if there isn't, I'm okay with it. If Gege is satisfied with how he's ending a series, that's okay with me. Genuinely, that is okay with me. I only ever cared about how his story develops and how he wanted to tell the story. Again, it's his story. It's not ours. We're just here for the ride, and it's been a fucking phenomenal ride, and I can't knock him for it, because everything that he has given us so far has been fucking peak. I mean, genuinely, the cultural impact that this dude has had is crazy for such a short manga. It's like, what, 6 years that has been going? Under 300 chapters? The impact that this thing has had is genuinely, generationally crazy. Like, I always point to this, but there was actual tributes when Gojo died. Real life memorials and tributes when a fictional character died. That's fucking nuts. That is nuts. That is crazy behavior for a manga that has been here for 6 fucking years and has less than 300 chapters. That is crazy. That is crazy to me. So no, to answer the question, I don't think we will get a Heian era flashback. Would I like to get one? Eventually, yes, but I don't think it's going to happen within the series. And if it does happen within the series, it will definitely be like 1 or 2 pages that give us a lot of text and explanation. But yeah. What's next for you when JJK is over? Thanks for all the videos. Honestly, I am going to still continue uploading. I'm very well aware that I am only 1 video away from just back to flipping burgers. I've made this joke so many times. My wife is getting angry at me for saying it, to be honest with you. But yeah, I'm going to still continue uploading videos. There's a lot of content to make with JJK, especially when it's over. That complete reread is going to hit like crack in the fucking 70s. I could just feel it, man. I'm so happy, and I'm so excited to be able to read the full story as a complete, like, just, oh man, I need that in my veins, bro. Just talking about it actually gets me all giddy and happy about being able to read the full fucking thing and not have any mysteries lurking around, you know what I mean? I'm excited for it. So yeah, what's next for me? I'm gonna still continue uploading JJK content because it's a series that I love. It has genuinely fucking changed my life. But also, Hunter x Hunter is coming back. I've talked about this plenty of times, so you can see the fucking artwork in the background here. And you can see the tattoos. I literally have Gon and Meruem tattooed on me. So when Hunter x Hunter comes back, my lord and savior Togashi Yoshihiro, I will be covering that boy's work. I will be. I just can't not do it. So expect in the next coming months Hunter x Hunter comments. Hunter x Hunter comments? No, that's not real. Hunter x Hunter content, as well as JJK, as well as Kagurabachi. I would like to branch out into other series, because obviously I like doing this YouTube thing, but I've always said, I said it in a video recently, and I've said it in many, many streams, if I ever stop enjoying this, I will just leave. Like, I'm not going to be one of them YouTubers that sits here and forces myself to upload. I will just go and get a regular fucking job and just go back to doing whatever the fuck I was doing before YouTube. That's totally okay with me. I'm thankful for the journey. It is what it is. Do you think a prequel story set in the Heian era would be something you'd want? And if so, what would you like to see from it? I've talked about this pretty much the entirety of the video, but I'll answer this question again because I like Jakey. I like everyone. Maybe not you, Claw. Fuck you. You keep asking me if it claps. It does clap, by the way, but stop asking. Anyway, do you think a prequel story set in the Heian era would be something you want, and what would you like to see from it? Personally, I would love a prequel story set in the Heian era. Something short, sweet, 30 chapters, 60 chapters, tops. I would love to see the origins of Kenjaku. I would love to see the origins of Tengen. I would love to see the origins of Jujutsu lineage, how he became so fucking strong, why he is so freakishly strong, how did he get that fucking form, how did he get 4 arms and 2 faces and a mouth and a stomach, what the fuck? How did Kenjaku stumble across a sea tier? I would love to see the original fight. There was a reference a while back, way back, like in like chapter 190, 200-ish, give or take. Angel mentions casually the existence of a god. She refers to God, and that I don't think can be understated. And then also, a while back, Kenjaku also mentioned the existence of a cursed fucking realm. And that, again, it's just mystery. It's just intrigue. And obviously, we're not going to get that in this main story. But if this secret project is a prequel series set in the Heian era, I think Gege genuinely could create the most perfect prequel series that is canonically in line with all the current story. That would just be, it would be phenomenal. So yeah, I would very, very much like a prequel series. I'm much more aware, I'm much more in tuned to a Heian era prequel series, way more than a sequel series, to be honest with you. Do you think Gege dropped the ball with not giving us a Heian era flashback? And if not, personally saddened. No, I don't think he dropped the ball. Again, as I've said it multiple times now, I've been scrolling through Twitter and Instagram and YouTube, and there's a lot of comments that I've seen and had myself and seen just around, floating around, that Gege has fumbled this, he's disappointing the fans, he's doing this, he didn't do that, he didn't do this. But 9 times out of 10, the criticisms that people are posting here are just general wish lists of stuff that they wanted to see, but probably aren't going to see within the next 5 chapters, and that's why, to them, Gege quote-unquote fumbled. Me personally, there was a lot of things that I would have liked to have had more depth and more explanation on. One of them that I'm unhappy with was how Yuta's character ended. I'm unhappy with that. I did not like that. I didn't. I don't like how Gege handled Kenjaku's character either. But again, I think a Heian era flashback would definitely sort out a lot of that kind of stuff. So yes, I think when the series ends, ultimately, I do think it is going to wrap up the current narrative, the current story, the current plot. But I think all these loose ends, it definitely does leave it open for a sequel. So if it is a well thought out sequel, I'm not opposed to it, but I would definitely much prefer a prequel series. If you had to change one point in time in the JJK story, what would it be and why? Fuck me, that is a incredibly fucking good question, and honestly, I don't know. I replied to this question 19 hours ago, I'm pretty sure, and honestly, I don't know. I still don't know. I've had time to think about this, and I don't know. I don't know what, because it is like the butterfly effect, right? If you take one big point away from the series, how would it change and why? I think, ultimately, if I had to, I think I would keep Nobara in the story. I think keeping Nobara in the story and having Nobara and Yuji deal with Megumi in tandem would have been way more emotionally hard-hitting rather than having Mahito see Nobara out like so brutally and so abruptly. If that's one thing that I could have changed, that's what I would have done. And I think having Nobara active within the Shinjuku Showdown would have created a lot more tension for Sukuna, because obviously throughout the Shinjuku Showdown, we were all aware that Sukuna was strong, and then we finally got to see just how strong he was. He bodied Gojo, he bodied everyone, like there was just no stopping this dude. He was on some demon time shit. But I think if we'd have kept Nobara alive and she somehow survived Shibuya, give her an eye patch, the classic fan art, and she was inserted into the Shinjuku Showdown, I think she would have presented a stronger opponent and a stronger challenge for Sukuna overall. So I think that's one point that I would try, but honestly, that deserves a video in and of itself. But speaking of which, that is everything from me. Leaks will be tonight, tomorrow morning. I don't know what time zone you're in. Leak streams there. Also, go buy some merch. We have merch. I'm really shit at promoting that, but we have merch. Also, every Sunday right now, we stream on this channel, Shonen Sunday, where we read the latest chapters of Jujutsu Kaisen, Sakamoto Days, fucking Kagurabachi, One Piece, whatever manga is out at the time, we will read it, we have conversations about it, it's a really good time. But also, every Sunday from now on going forward, over on my Twitch channel, which I want you to follow, we will be watching Studio Ghibli films. If you're in Studio Ghibli, good. I have never seen any of them, apart from Spirited Away, which happened on Sunday just gone. We are watching the actual films on Twitch, so if you want to go follow my Twitch channel, please do, and I'll also be doing some gaming stuff over there also. But yeah, that is everything from me. Plug time over, and I will catch you guys all in the next one. Much fucking love, big fucking kisses, peace.